place. I think he's still considered Georgia because he comes back quite a bit, and I think he enters a lot of the locals. I'd have to confirm with one of the actual Georgia players. Vivid could probably tell me the answer, but he's all over the place. I think he placed very well at MomoCon very recently. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking about it, but I think Wrath is a scary player always because he has just an immense amount of patience. It is impossible to crack this guy, impossible to get into his mental because he will always be solid. Even if you take a game, even if you take a couple stocks, he does not get shaken.
I have seen Wrath play so many times, and he has this amazing ability as Sonic to be, like, you know, Sonic has the stereotype of being such a campy character. Wrath really sets the pace of the game, and he's so incredible at doing that, whether it's fast or slow. And I expect Anarchy is going to look to set the pace himself so as not to give Wrath the first shot, successfully able to recover with the spring jump. But Anarchy looking to put some damage on the board right now against Wrath.
Yeah, I'm really looking to see Anarchy try not to let Wrath get away with setting his own pace. A lot of times, that's where Wrath really gets you, is when he is allowed to find his timings. Anarchy is one of those players that won't let you breathe, that won't let you have any sort of space. And I think if he's able to find his spacing perfectly, it's going to be very scary for Wrath to try to get into.
Yeah, successfully able to find that bear, but barely putting any sort of damage. That bear going to be doing some numbers for Anarchy, looking for the water gun, or the hydro pump rather, not able to get anything to interrupt Wrath, but Wrath playing Sonic, that is a notoriously difficult character to gimp on stage, so Anarchy is still not going to be relying on that, but just keeping him so consistently at this ledge, shielding the spin dash, but having these water shurikens, having everything of these tools at his disposal, already having Wrath up to 133%, this is not a negligible amount to get us started.
Yeah, he's searching for that down tilt to try to find the confirm. But Wrath, so slippery, keeping his distance so well, the dash attack will send an angle that's not easy to follow up on. And now you're kind of looking for a read. Greninja, not an easy place for the frog to be in. And Wrath content to just hold on to it, try to find his moment, wait for Anarchy to make a mistake and try to punish it. Anarchy looking solid so far.
Even in disadvantage, I really appreciate the fact that Wrath is so keen on just letting the momentum of the game speak for itself, and what a great first stock from Anarchy. Successfully able to close it out, and now awakening the beast. Wrath knowing that he is behind an entire stock, so he has to set an aggressive pace if he wants to be able to make this back against Wrath.
Yeah, it was a great nair to catch out Wrath. Rare mistake from him to try to go in and punish. He is at a deficit now, so he will eventually have to start really approaching. And if Anarchy can hold on to this stock lead, he's content. I think he has to be. Wrath starting to take a little bit more of this space. You can see him positioning to try to get a couple of these KOs, but Anarchy, he's chilling, you know? He doesn't have to go for anything.
Yeah, Anarchy is eating a whole lot of damage right here, near full rage, but still looking to get some of these up airs on Wrath, and that actually going to be protected right there by the platform from the spring. Anarchy, however, looking to maintain some of his stage control from the center of the Pokeball, but Wrath having all the time and all the speed in the world. And what a great grab into the back throw. That is what excellent stock from Wrath.
That is so hilarious. You saw so much composure from Anarchy. For so long, he said, I know you don't want to approach me, so I want to approach you. And the second he approaches, the second he gets in one time, he gets grabbed and he gets back throw, and he's still maintaining a lead as best he can. And he's starting to get a couple of these hits, starting to lay a couple of the traps. But it was an important catch for Wrath there.
Yeah, especially important for him to be able to reset us to 2 stocks apiece. Doesn't want Anarchy to run away with this lead for too long, as that's certainly the thing that Wrath wants to be able to do, to reset us to a much slower game plan with the Sonic. Now, having Anarchy in the corner could prove to be so good for him, only able to get 1 up air after this, but once again, been chipping away at his damage, having a little bit of a percentage lead.
Just barely. It'll still win in a timeout, and that forward air is going to help a little bit more. The air dodge was not wise from Wrath there. And now we're going to turn into a stock. Nice back air from Anarchy to secure it. And we're still back in the lead for Winthrop University's finest frog.
Dropping straight down into the platform for a air was such a great choice from Anarchy. Now, if only he can make it off of this ledge. Donkey Kick going to be catching him, but not enough to take the stock just yet. Wrath still holding the spin dash, and it is going to be his stock to take, evening things up to 0 and 1 stock apiece.
Yeah, it's well found by Wrath. It really is. He picked his timing really, really well. You have to give credit where credit is due. And he used his ledge trap, and he picked every single right option. There was absolutely no way for Anarchy to make it back. And now we've devolved into Wrath having a lead. With 2 minutes left on the clock, Wrath is content to just chill, man. He doesn't have to go in.
No, he really doesn't have to do anything. You could see Anarchy just waiting for the up tilt, waiting for any sort of approach. What a great nair, but it is going to be stalled out with a jab from Wrath. You know, he has all of these advantages with spin dash, able to put his face in anything, but Anarchy following up with these back airs, finding any sort of disjoint that he can, the multi-hits too, and Wrath now finding himself with with even more damage right now than Anarchy.
How much patience does our French Canadian star have? That is the real question that we are going to be asking ourselves over the course of this 5-game set. Wrath has found a little opening and maybe found a ledge trap here. We've seen how lethal he is in the ledge traps. Can he close it out at the end here? 1:20 left on the clock. Anarchy desperate for an opening. And this is when the time starts to get to your head, and Wrath does not miss that opportunity. And he says, even after winning the game, he's putting up to run it back. This guy, Wrath, is a master of getting in your head. 100%. Playing against this guy is not easy in the game, and it's not easy out of the game either.
Avinash, I just want to draw attention to the fact that he was so eager to find that up air string. You know, you had the up air, he was able to successfully put down the spring with the spring jump, and then was able to use that to propel himself even further to send Anarchy into oblivion. Great final stock from Wrath, who was hoping to repeat some of that momentum into game number 2.
I don't know if you guys can hear the crowd behind us. There's melee going on the stage. Shout out to Patchwork. The energy in this building is impeccable. Energy on the stream, impeccable. We hope you guys are enjoying a great weekend of Super Smash Brothers, because we've had a lot of it so far. And Anarchy and Wrath, both of them want so much more. It's once again a strong start for the Frog. Look at him keep it going, landing every single hit. Finally, Wrath gets his first opening.
Yeah, I mean, the first opening, always one of the most important, as it can determine whatever pace it is that Wrath chooses to select for this game. Successfully able to get an up tilt, turning around with the up air, and Anarchy putting Wrath a bit on the back foot percentage-wise, going to get caught by the tail end of that string, and now Wrath not able to successfully punish him getting back to stage.
I want to give a lot of compliments to Wrath for how he's played so far. I think it's easy to call his playstyle very slow, but I also think that every single option that he has picked his disadvantage has been impeccable. There was an upwards air dodge in one of the previous strings, and despite Anarchy's ability to get some of these early leads, it is never more than 20 or 30% that he's able to get on each string. And a lot of that is because Wrath's disadvantage state is just impeccable. There are very, very few openings on this Sonic player, and there's a reason he is seated very high, and he is feared in so many brackets by so many players.
Wrath genuinely doesn't give Anarchy more than an inch of extra damage to rack up. There's no sort of extra credit, so to speak. Now, Wrath having 3 entire stocks, already bringing Anarchy up to 43%, he really doesn't have to approach him ever again, really. Oh, and that up smash not going to be connecting for Anarchy, as expected Wrath to try to land a little bit more quickly, but now having the ledge trap and still finding that nair. What a very successful spot for Anarchy to be in, but not able to punish him. The Shadow Sneak coming out a little too late.
You know, it felt like Anarchy had a lot of control in that game number 1, but this game number 2, Wrath has had a lead the whole time, and Wrath is hard to play against at every stage of the game, but when Wrath has a lead, it becomes that much harder to find a crack in this guy's defense. And right now, Anarchy struggling immensely to find that opening. Wrath has found his pace, found his tempo that he wants to play at, and Anarchy's left wondering if he's rushing or if he's dragging.
Just looking to find his tempo, hoping to reset and be in tune with the director. But that here
it's a nice find.
And yeah, what a great second win stock. Anarchy going to be taking that stock away from Wrath, but with already 58% of an extra credit. And as you were saying earlier, not able to get more than 20% per string. 40% is still a lot more than that.
Hey, he's starting to make me eat my words, which I really hope is the truth, because I won't hide my biases a little bit. I have narratives to push after all. But Anarchy, still a hill to climb. Even 10% of a lead can feel like a mountain. But finally, now that he has a percentage lead, the pressure's off a little bit more. As soon as I say that, it gets traded right back to Wrath's favor. But every little bit of percentage counts in this matchup, especially when the timer starts to run lower. And Wrath, with his slow playstyle, very, very used to these time-low situations. And I feel like he comes out on top in the clutch so often.
This is such an important thing for Wrath's playstyle that he's successfully able to change the pace so quickly. The second that Anarchy is able to get a little bit of a percentage lead, just a couple hits from Wrath, and he's like, okay, now I'm back to doing my own thing, taking the game down to a snail's pace. That is so, so important for Wrath to have the ability and the strength to set the pace of the game. Anarchy successfully finding its way in, but not for very long. That spring jump not going to be enough to stall out his recovery, but Wrath slowly but surely bringing him closer to the last bit of his stock.
2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock, just about. And Anarchy approaching that kill percentage. The Wrath will strike first with the back air. It's really, really strong for him to have a stock lead right now. 2 minutes left on the clock. How long can Wrath hold on to this for? Will Anarchy be able to find his opening? It's going to take a down tilt, a dash attack, a grab maybe, some kind of catch onto the platform, but Wrath's so slippery, so fast. Fastest hedgehog in the universe. Not easy to track down.
Fastest creature alive. Sonic not going to be finding his opening just yet, as that F throw from Anarchy going to be so important at trying to take away this next stock. Full rage right now for Wrath as Anarchy, you can see him throwing out these spares, trying to keep him in arm's length away, and sometimes it is just going to be those shurikens to sort of chip away at the damage and create a tool of misdirection for Wrath to stay away from him.
Finally, a mistake from Wrath. He mispositions just a little bit. And Greninjas can be deceptively fast sometimes. If he gets up in your face, blink and you miss it, he will show up and he will take your stock quickly with one of those powerful aerials. Still, percent lead for Wrath, but it is last stock. A minute left and 5 seconds for Anarchy to try to turn this one around and turn it into a 1-1 series.
You know, it's just, as you were saying earlier, even a 10% difference in their stocks can just be such a big hill to climb. And 103% already, that up air going to be continuing this stock for Wrath, as he is looking to end this game pretty soon, as we have less than a minute on the clock.
We're getting close. 37 seconds. Wrath has no interest in finding that KO just yet. He's looking for that perfect opening. Looks like he might have found it. Yes, he has. Back air into the blast zone. And all that time still goes in Wrath's favor. Anarchy left thinking, how do I get in faster? How do I waste less time? How do I turn this around?
Now, Anarchy is stuck in an unenviable position right now because Wrath is solely responsible for setting the pace of the game.
Yes.
At any point that Anarchy is able to get even a modicum of an advantage, it's ripped away from him.
Yeah, and a lot of times you can be scared of Wrath wanting to set his own tempo. It's not easy to approach him either, though. The point of him setting his own tempo is that he is waiting for you to run in and waiting for that perfect moment in order to find his punish. And he finds it almost every single time. It's what's made him into the player that he is today.
Yeah, and it's something that has been so well utilized from Wrath. You know, any single interaction that he lost, we saw Anarchy just sort of jump on the opportunity as quickly as possible, rip the stock straight out from under him. But Wrath still able to just have faith in his game plan, know that he can just chip away slowly at Anarchy, knowing that he has really all the time in the world to set any sort of damage and to finally take the stock. However, barely anything has been going on.
Wow, we've been 40 seconds in and we have 9% on Sonic, and that is it.
I was about to say, neither of them have directly interacted with each other once. It was just like, oh, here's a little shuriken here.
You know what? I think Anarchy is probably a little frustrated by the pace of the game, and I can't really blame him. I definitely would be too. And he says, you know what? I won't approach. You don't want to approach me? I won't approach you. You want to play time? Let's play the time. Let's see who gets bored first. I can play chicken with the best of them. And he says, you know what? I got a projectile. I'll throw some shurikens.
It's literally a reverse psychology where it's just like, oh, so you don't want to approach? Yeah, so I'm not going to approach you either. I'm just going to put 43% of damage on you. See how you like that? Now I'm forcing you to approach, and I could trip you with my down tilt. I could get your grab. I could do any of this manner of stuff. Just see if I care.
See, the problem with playing Rath's game is that it's Rath's game, you know? It's like, he does this for a living, you know? He will not approach. He will find his moment. He is the most patient player I think I've ever seen. And that is the reason that he is so good is that he has an immense, you know how Gojo has infinite curse energy basically? He has infinite patience. Like he cannot be shaken out of this ability to set his own tempo. And if you try to play his game, he's like, all right, I'll play my own game. I'm already doing that.
Oh, did you see that?
There was a read.
Oh.
It didn't go there.
The interruption of the up smash. You could see from the spin dash. And now Wrath with a little bit of frustration as well, looking to say, okay, well, I could see that you tried to up smash me. I understand. Now, eat this extra damage, and let's see how you like working your way back to my level. Wrath able to make it back successfully, but Anarchy is so keen on trying to take his stock away. Weak back air, not going to take it just yet, but that air dodge straight in. He forced him to air dodge out of the spring, and that was when Anarchy seized his opportunity.
Yeah, perfect two-frame on the up tilt, and Anarchy will strike first. It's a great start. It's how he started off game one. And I know he's capable of turning this into a win. But I also know Wrath is never fazed by anything. Never, ever, ever can you get Wrath off of his game. He's ready. He's got the F-tilts. He's ready to turn this into a ledge trap. He's looking for the options. Anarchy will successfully get back to neutral. But he does still have to find a couple hits. Does have to still find a couple of strings. And he wants to turn this into even more of a lead.
Well, as you were saying earlier, Ami, this is Wrath's pace. This is his game. He can set the gameplay, and you can see only 15% of extra credit. After that whole stock lead, Anarchy can't ever get too comfortable with the way that Wrath is successfully able to get in on him. You know, the second that he was down an entire stock, he was like, all right, fine, I'll approach. You got it.
Yeah, honestly, the human aspect of this game is very underrated because I think it is very rare to have a player of Wrath's patience. It is because 90% of people, maybe more than 90% of people, will absolutely fry people's patience. Like, they will not be able to keep up with the pace that Wrath is playing at simply because they will get bored. And they will say, I need some dopamine, I need to hit the buttons, I need some damage to show up on the screen. Wrath says, you know what? Hey, I'm going to win the game, and I know this is how I can win the game.
I genuinely wonder if Wrath has ever worked with a psychologist about this to say, what is
There's probably some merit to that.
What is the best way, like, looking for mental torture, that he was like, how do I get somebody bored of me faster? And, I mean, psychological warfare as Sonic, I can't think it's too crazy.
Oh my god, he finds his moment so well. He was down the whole set. He was down the whole game, and he just found that perfect moment. There's even a move landing for Anarchy, and Wrath still has his lead. He still has a stock lead. It's completely turned around this game, and Anarchy, stone face, he's not saying anything, but he's behind. Wrath just... The psychological torture is a great shout. It really is.
Not able to get the stock just yet, but now that Wrath is way past full rage, Anarchy just going to be holding on to some of his stage control, doesn't want to give too much away whenever he is approaching. You can see Wrath successfully able to get these up airs. He has Rage right now. He definitely wants to use it if at any moment he thinks he could take a little bit more away from Anarchy.
Yeah, the Frog looking for an opening, wanting to lay some eggs, maybe throw some tadpoles, but there's nothing there. The water is not safe for him whatsoever. It's not conducive to a healthy family of frogs. Wrath just asserting his dominance on the timer on the stage.
No frokies, so to speak.
Yeah, none at all.
You know, still going to be finding himself on this upper platform. Not exactly a favorable position as Wrath just opting to circle him around the stadium. Oh, already at 76% and not able to get that stock. Using the spring jump, actually, to be able to successfully get his up B once again.
Finally.
Great thing, and able to follow it up with the up throw. Wrath on his last stock and choosing to think a little bit on that Angel Plat.
55 seconds left. 45 now on the timer for Anarchy to make a comeback. And Wrath has no interest in approaching. I think Anarchy is in the domain expansion in the timeout realm. We are looking at a 3-0 so far, unless some serious magic happens. And it is so difficult for this Greninja to approach. And Wrath walking his way down. He's got a putter on the green, 2 feet away from the hole. And winner's side top 24, all but guaranteed. And Anarchy says, you know what? You got it, bro. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. You can have that one.
Again sometime.
That was such an unfortunate win screen, too. Let's try it again sometime, you know?
Out with a whimper instead of a bang. My narratives don't get pushed just yet. Shout out to Anarchy for really toughing it out. That's not an easy set to play, and to have to do it on screen. You know what? You're a real trooper, Dylan. I love you. I still think you're brilliant, and I'm still cheering for you. You're still my dark horse for the tournament. You got it in losers, bro. I promise.
But Wrath, I mean, successfully playing
he played his style. He played his game.
What was a 21-minute game for a 3-0. I don't think most people have the mental fortitude